All right. Okay, we got it. Okay, I think I got it. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday. It is Tuesday. That means it is Dolly Talk Tuesday. And today I am ready to do another deep dive into the dolls that are on Amazon that are listed as BJDs. Just because I feel like this is still a very valid topic to address. Mainly since I just recently jumped in there again, and now there's another company that has popped up that is selling quote unquote BJD dolls. So strap in, it's about to get crazy here because we're gonna talk about some interesting stuff. So hello, I hope everyone can hear me. I tried to adjust my microphone and make sure that it's in talking vicinity because that was the issue last time. I forgot that I had this new mic set up and I was talking I don't know, the mic could pick me up from 5 feet away, but it couldn't. But yeah, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time coming by, I'm Asenva and I talk about things related to the BJD hobby and we just kind of chat and have fun and all that jazz. Today I am joined by my own hinge joint doll, which is my American branch of the Night Lolita series dolls. So I thought it'd be good for her to be here today so we could go ahead and talk about some of these things here that is going on. There we go. Now you can see her. She's wearing a yellow wig because my daughter put her into this yellow wig. So there she is. Hello, Claire. Jeanette. Hello. With big shoes. Hello. Hello. Ugly. Hello. How you doing? Hello, everyone. All right. So first and foremost, before we get started today, and as you can see, there is quite a few. Oh my God. It wouldn't be a stream without me having some sort of technical difficulty. So I'm glad that we're keeping the consistency alive here. Wait a second. How am I going to do this? It's going to leak out everywhere. Actually, I don't even know how I'm going to do this because this has to be big so you can see it. I guess it's just going to look like this, and it's going to be weird because it's going to have to go big, and it's covering half of my stuff, but whatever. I don't have time to adjust this and make this better. So we're just going to roll with it, and this is what we're going to do. Anyway, like I was saying, if you do a search for BJD doll on Amazon, you'll notice a bunch of stuff will come up. And so this is just the array of things that come up when you do that. I think BJDs have definitely changed over time, especially with how we have new artists popping up all the time. We've talked about it before in our group, BJD Addicts on Facebook, on whether or not we should allow some of these newer dolls to come in. And then there was a birth of another group that came into existence. It might have actually, I'll be honest with you, it might have actually been around and maybe it just popped up recently because of the amount of mechanical jointed dolls that are popping up in our system now. But there's even another Facebook group that's specifically geared towards these kinds of dolls. And I think I don't want to get into the what is a BJD conversation, because I think the term has really changed, and I think a lot of people see it differently now than they did before. And again, this is way back, when I first entered back in 2009 or something like that. It's really changed since then to say what is a BJD and what is not a BJD anymore. But what I do want to get into is talking about where these dolls are coming from, and just what little research can be done on these dolls. Now, to give you some perspective, I did write an article on this a while back, and it's on my site, which I guess, I don't know, I have to talk to my husband because I still can bring up my website and I thought it came down, but I don't know. Either way, if you cannot access this article anymore. I'm going to be trying to transfer some of my stuff to my newsletters front page. And I'll try to put some of those articles up there too as well, unless this somehow magically stays open. I have no idea. But I did this a while back. I don't even know if it dates my article, but it was a while back that I did this one, maybe about a year or two ago. And at that time, there still wasn't a lot of research on this topic, because like you would just Google or look up, not Google, but you would look up on Amazon like BJD, because I was looking up BJD clothes and stuff like that. And then these companies like Buchanan, ProwDoll, started popping up. And so the community was like, whoa, like what is this? You know, a lot of really popular YouTubers started buying these dolls and like posting videos of them opening them up and stuff. And I don't know, it was just kind of tough all around, because there wasn't a lot of information on them, and at the same token, it was hard to contact anybody to get information on them. I posted like messages to those two major companies, like seeing if I could talk to somebody, and like I still, even to this day, haven't talked to anybody from the company. Now granted, most of these companies are from like China, so again, you have to take it with a grain of salt as to what they you know, allow as far as like recasts and things like that go, because it's just so murky, like the laws behind it and stuff. But I did find some more recent posts on these dolls, and I kind of wanted to, I guess, navigate them with you and talk to you about them, and then also about this new one that popped up on Amazon as well. So yes. Hello, Lep. Oh, no worries. I'm sorry you weren't feeling good. You are more than welcome to lurk all you want. Anyone is welcome to lurk. We are just chill here. We are vibing here, so it's all good. I will try my best to look over here to the side to comments. But I do want to go ahead and look at these different resources and things like that I found. Mainly like threads and stuff on Reddit. But it's interesting to see what other people have dug up. But again, like I said, if you have not checked out my article, please do so. You can look it up. I guess it's still there on BJDlife.com. And then it's the recast vinyl dolls oh no article. And again, I don't want to like go too much, because like I said, I've already looked up. This is the information that I had up to this point, which is basically like the end game was that some of these like MJD dolls, like Night Lolita or Ye Loli, or however it's pronounced, there wasn't really a lot of stuff that I found on them per se that was negative. There was a little bit of stuff here because it was found on AliExpress for this company, but the ones that we're talking about today are like the Buchanan. And then during this article, I didn't have ProwDoll up. I did have Ava BJD, and this was the big one that a lot of people started popping out of the woodworks, talking about how they saw like comparisons of like some of the girl like head sculpts that looked pretty much copy paste to some of the other, like this one's Angel Studio like heads, as well as like the bodies, the hands, like different things that people saw a lot of. And again, how is this, or why is this possible? Like, why is there hodgepodge pieces being put together and like being sold on Amazon? Again, it's like the laws are so loose over there, like, and it's not that like these like larger companies like BJD companies don't want to defend themselves. It's just really hard when it gets to like copyright licensing and all that jazz, because there's so much bootleg stuff going around over there. So it is a difficult thing to kind of go around. So again, and it's not to like bash anybody or like tell anybody like, oh no, you're in trouble now. Like it's more like I really just want to make sure people are able to make a decision based off of things that we find, because I've always stated, you know, as far as like recasts go, I'm definitely pro artist. I've met artists before that have created these dolls, and it is a huge travesty to see, you know, that we still have recasts still going, that, you know, it's still a thing in this hobby. And it's hard to see, you know, these artists that spend so much time making their art, you know, for it to get stolen. So, but again, I've never been one to be like, let's go get them, guys. Like, you know, anything like that. I just want to kind of come with a more educational standpoint, to kind of hopefully educate people. And because we have a lot of people that are new that see these dolls that are like, oh wow, cool, a BJD for like $60, you know, with not really understanding some of the stuff that's going on in the background. You know, some of these dolls are so cheap because of how they're made. Not to say that the quality is bad, it's just to say that they're made and how they're made, it's because they are able to take pieces from other people's stuff to create some of these dolls, which is no bueno. But let's take a look, like I said, at some of these things, because like I said, there is even a new company that popped up, because like I said, when I did this article, I kind of like stopped at Ava, and then that was it. And I kind of talked about some other bootlegs that you can find like on AliExpress and stuff like that, or other dolls that are typically recast and stuff. But these were the only ones that I had at the time, which was Ava and the other ones. So again, take it with a grain of salt, whichever you would like. Again, I'm not here to like, you know, bash anybody. I just want people to like know the stuff that I found. Buchanan is a legit company. They have their own artists. My new doll is from Buchanan. Yeah, and again, like, it's hard because there's not a lot of stuff, you know, going on about, like, that can, like, show you. And again, if you look at my article from the past, this was one of the ones that was questioned, just because, and again, this was, like, people's thoughts. Again, it's hard because there's not a lot of research on it, and someone had done a comparison with like one of the smaller dolls to one of the major companies with them, and again, like, we looked at some of the larger scale ones, and it was just really tough, because it was hard to see. No one has like anything like 100% saying that they are recast, but it's just, you've got like that feeling where you're like, huh? Like, you know, you're questioning things. I wish there was more. Like, I wish there was like a main page you could go to like learn more. But it's just, right now, it's like a lot of people's just stipulations or things they find that are kind of like a little bit sus. So going back really quick, let's take a look at Amazon and see what's happening. So literally just typed in BJD doll, and this is what's popping up now. Icy Fortune is one of the other new ones that I didn't get coverage on in my article either. And you'll see that Icy Fortune is up there. You do see the Buchanans there. There's some random ones now that really don't. It's just like 1/6 BJD doll surprise gift Korean style glitter skirt. It's like, it just rambles on. This one too, pretty anime design BJD dolls 1/6 ball jointed doll, DIY toys with makeup outfit, blah, blah, blah. Whenever you see like a very, very long description, I just get AliExpress vibes. And it's just really tough because it's so tempting. Like, you look at it and you're like, wow, that is a super duper. And I love anime style dolls. Like $43 for that. That's awesome. Now, I'm pretty sure like a majority of these are PVC or ABS. They're made out of like a plasticky kind of material. They're not resin based. But another thing that you'll notice too with a lot of these dolls too is that they are hinge joint dolls. A lot of the bodies, that the way that they're made, are made with hinges. You can really tell like when you look at the photos of them, and like when you look at different parts like their hand, you'll see like a hinge in place. So for example, my girl here has a hinge joint. You'll see it here at the wrist, and that's kind of typically what it looks like. When they're strung, it's kind of got like a hollow piece there, kind of like a hole, and you can see like usually like a metal, like the hook that goes there that attaches the string to that part of the body. But you'll notice like a lot of these dolls are typically that system. They're like hinge joint dolls. So again, it's just, there's so much like questionable stuff. Like, it's really hard because there's still not a lot of information. Like, I literally had Googled a lot for tonight's Dolly Talk Tuesday, and it's still, there's not a lot of resources as far as like information. Can't even like really Google the sites. There was one time that I was able to get a hold of a site, but it was because somebody in our community had purchased an Icy Fortune Days doll, and when you buy the doll, it comes with like the box, and it comes with like their little like, yay, this is like their little card, and then it comes with like a set of papers that have like, here are our other dolls, you know, and there's a QR code on it. And so me and my friend, we had like scanned the QR code because I was like, I wonder where this is gonna take us, and it took us to a site which basically had the rest of the other dolls in it. But I thought, and again, I wish I had the QR code on hand to go back to that site, because it was like a Chinese site, like it led me to like some other like world. It's so when I looked at it, I thought it was interesting because all these dolls I feel like are strangely, oddly connected. Like, they all have different names, like the companies have different names, but I feel like they're all like either sister companies, or they're all using like the same production line or something. It's just really weird. And one of the resources we're going to take a look at today does kind of talk about that as well. But again, like I said, I just wish there was more information, but just this is where we are. So yes. Yeah. Canadian Amazon, there was a company named Quinniefs that has popped up recently. Ooh, yeah, that one flat out has been found out to be like, that one straight up is recast. They're the ones that use the Disney font like on their boxes. So yeah. Claire says Icy Fortune is another recast company. Yeah, and it's like, I don't know. Like, they're like, it's like, and it's a shame too, because like they're super duper cute. So I mean, anybody that's new to the hobby that like just searches this, you know, I feel bad because they're just like, oh wow, cool. And then like when they try to bring it to like a BJD group, or they tried to bring it like online to like forums or whatever, they find out like that they can't, and it's like, crap, I just bought this doll, you know, I wish I knew. And I wish I could know more also to share with you. So the new one though that I wanted to talk to you guys about, which I know I'm trying to like look for it, is a company called Calimbao, and I don't know why I'm not looking at it right. There it is. Okay, sorry. Calimbao. So this is a Calimbao right here, this one. And it says Calimbao BJD doll blind box, kawaii teen 1000 escape plans series, ball jointed doll surprise toys, collectible action figure. I just tell you, whenever the thing is like crazy long, I'm always like, dang, something is. It just sounds like sus to me. So I'm just always like, eh? This one looked sus to me too yesterday. I remember seeing this one yesterday too. And again, like the descriptions, like alone, kind of always give it away to me. It always feels like, These are some other ones too. I would like to kind of jump into those two. Maybe we'll take a look at them together and see. But this one already, yeah, this one looks very interesting to me. Matter Hatter says Queenies has good quality and they cast pre-order and good resin. I think their dolls aren't exact reproductions usually. Sometimes some are conglomerates of other dolls. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're on like the recast like companies to avoid list, because they were like one of the older ones too, that like when you look them up on like AliExpress or something like that, it's not only just DollZone, like they do a lot of different dolls, which again, like, is why I'm, today it's a really hard topic to talk about. It's uncomfortable for people to talk about sometimes, just because there's just so much. there's so much. So we'll take a look at these, but let's go ahead and take a look at this one that I was telling you about, that is like the newer one that has popped up, which is Calimbao or whatever. So when you visit their Calimbao site or whatever, it brings you to this, which is like super duper cute, right? It's got like the little plushies and stuff, and they're like, you can make your own. And this is like their big thing. But when you're on Amazon, for some odd reason, they have like a section for jointed dolls. So when you look at their jointed dolls, now we're going into like, these are very reminiscent of like a bunch of the other blind boxes, like the pennies, whatever blind boxes that have come out and have joined the scene. So I don't know enough about the blind boxes to give you a bunch of information on it. But even this though, this page that has these listed out, these are not the ones I'm talking about. There's another section, and I don't know if maybe I'm missing it. Because I saw them, and I'll bring it up right now because I do have it. It's this one here. This one is also listed as Calimbao. Now, this is where I start like wondering about things, because like, again, like I said, it has like a really long title. This one is priced at $126, and it also somehow, like I said, but we just looked at it together. You looked up jointed dolls, and then this one didn't pop up there, but this one is like in the Amazon search. And it says cute 16 inches collectible anime figure dress up doll for girls gifts. That always, whenever I see that, like, that literally just screams to me, because that's the same description stuff that they use when you're on like AliExpress, which is like the central hub of recasts. Like, that is the recast central place to go to. But if you continue reading the description, it says Lati Green, Noya 30 centimeters. Now, this really concerns me, it referring it to anything with Lati, and I don't know if it's doing it because of like a name or what, but Lati is an actual BJD company. So we're gonna take a jump over here really quick, and these are Lati dolls here. This is a distributor here selling one of the official dolls, and this is an actual doll. So when you look up Lati doll, because I tried to see if I could find like the original, like their website and whatnot. I didn't get to do a lot of quick research into this like very quickly to pull up to see if I could get the actual company site. But I did look up a couple of other places that sell Lati dolls, and this is their doll. So when you look at their doll, and then you look at this doll, I mean, are you are you seeing what I'm seeing? Like, I don't understand, like, why that's in the description. I mean, unless it's just like coincidence that they both named him that, but it does look very similar. Another thing I want to point out to you too is that this one, if you look at the description, it does state that it's made with resin. And if you really look versus the other hinge joint friends, this one I'm pointing on like my own screen, has no hinge joints. This one is actually, it looks like it's probably strung. So yeah, this is where I start like thinking, okay, well, if they're doing this to one doll, how many of their dolls are actually authentically made? Like, how many of them are just mass produced because they're taking parts, like they're casting parts like from other dolls to make another doll? Like, and again, I wish there was more. I wish there was more information, but there really isn't. Now, to add to the interesting things, I did look up their site, and they do have a site. The Calamboo name or whatever, Calambao name, has a site. So this is their site, and on their site, they don't have this one there, this doll that they have listed on Amazon with their name behind it. They're really pushing the these little dolls that are back here and the plushie dolls that are on the site. That if you go to their page, they have a lot of those things, but that's it. When you look at the About Us, it just says that we're welcome to Calambao, your ultimate destination for adorable plush products and accessories. At Calambao, we pride ourselves in offering a delightful assortment of plush dolls, charming plush keychains, character-inspired outfits, and doll accessories that cater to the whimsical desires of children and adults alike. You know, and it says it was established in 2020 and that they're based in China. But it really seems like, according to this, like they're really more doing the plush stuff and plush stuff. I'm probably going to reach out to them today and ask them about this and see if they even respond back or not. But it's just interesting that they have this one up there too. Like, but it's not on their webpage and it's not on their Amazon storefront page. But you can find it though, with their name attached to it. So interesting. Take it as you will. Canada Amazon also has Calambao. Ulap says crazy long names and descriptions on items is nearly always an indicator of drop shipping and shady business practices. Yeah. What's up, Jago? Matter Hatter says they seem to have somewhat original bodies though. They have a couple of bodies I've never been able to find their origin of. Yes. Claire says, yeah, that's why I'll never buy from AliExpress. Yeah, AliExpress is, I mean, the prices are so tempting, but it's just like, you find out, if you start digging beyond the surface, you're like, oh, it is dirty. Real quick. Yeah, and it's so sad because you're right, Claire, the plushes are really cute, but I'm just like, what are they doing with this, though? Like, you know, it's just, makes me question things. Web Pixie says, do we know it's from them and doesn't just list their name on the title? I mean, it's linked to their store, so when you look up like the seller or whatever, like when you find things on Amazon, that's what it brings up. It brings up the Calambao blah blah blah, you know, and that's why I'm just like, huh? Like so confused, you know, because it's not in this like splash page or whatever, it's not on this thing, but it's listed in the searches, like it's listed like this in the searches with their name behind it. So that's why I'm just like, is this like real or not? And of course, like I did a search for it, and I think it's still, even though if you think back on their website and it says they were founded in 2020, there's still nothing that I could find, like anybody talking about it or any further information, like people, in Reddit or whatever that have talked about it. But I haven't seen this company, even though they said like on their website they've been around since 2020. Maybe they're breaking into Amazon just now or recently, because I every now and then will check BJD stuff on Amazon because I want to look to see if there's any deals or, clothing, wigs, whatever. And so when I saw this, I was like, hey, what? So yeah. Yeah, the don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious, don't be. Anyway, so again, be wary. Like, I really don't know. And it's really tough, like, to say, but that's just how it is. Now, there are some articles that I want to talk to you guys about. But before we do that, let me go ahead and show you IC Fortune Days, because again, I can't find the website. I wish I had the little thing, the little QR code that took me to the site, because you can't Google it. Like, I've already tried Googling it, like IC Fortune Days website or any of them. You can't, they don't have like a home web page, I guess, for, I don't know, whatever. It's not in our IP whatever realm. I don't know the technology behind it. Yes, my husband, he probably knows, but I couldn't find it. So anyway, these are the IC Fortune Days, and again, you'll notice that like the body looks very similar to a lot of the other companies that are out there. So that's why I'm just like thinking maybe like they all kind of borrow things, Like, maybe they all use the same body. There's the body right there. Maybe they all use, like, a similar body or something like that, and they've been just rolling with it together. Like, again, because maybe they all share the same production company or whatever. They all have very similar bodies, which is always so weird to me to see that. And so I just kind of was winding back to kind of show you, like, because my article has, like, a bunch of the bodies already, like, put there for you to see. So anyway, that, and we're gonna get into some of these like discussion points, and this is where I think that there's a conspiracy among us. So let's take a look. So some of the stuff that I did find, again, I had to like Google, and some of these things are such a long ago type thing. So somebody asked, are the Fortune Days BJD dolls recast? I put a link to what I mean. Somebody said 3 years ago they are not, but they are also not resin BJDs. They are ABS plastic, and I think they might have an internal skeleton rather than being strung. There are a lot of companies offering them. They have 3 or 4 different heads, molds, opposed to the hundreds of head molds of resin BJDs. This does not mean that they are bad. I have several and I like them. They're much more convenient to haul around than resins. Also, they break less. I have doll snobs that will tell you that they're not really BJDs, so you might get your feelings hurt. But I don't know if it's gonna make me, okay, there we go. So you might get your feelings hurt, but if all you care about is having a pretty BJD, they're a good option. Make sure you're getting the 24-inch, blah, 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 blah. There's a Barbie size. And then somebody went on to ask, like, what are they and stuff. So, but again, it's just like one person saying that they're not. Now, again, there's not a lot of information out, but we continue. IC Fortune Days. Hello, I was wondering if anyone knew about the brand IC Fortune Days. They're on Amazon claiming to be BJDs. Now, there's a lot of cheaper BJD dolls being recasted or recasts, and I was wondering if anyone has an opinion on the company or who their dolls are recasts from. And then somebody said, Maytree is original, though sadly their manufacturing partner is a recaster. They were trying to break away from that partner, but Kika Goods confirmed that they were still tied by contract. IC Fortune Days and DBS Toys, and like 20 more other names they used, are the recasters and are very prolific. It's very unfortunate that Maytree, as artists, partnered up with them, especially since I imagine once they break away, DBS will continue to manufacture their designs whether they like it or not. So this is where I really like, just started going into the rabbit hole, because I was like, what the heck? What is Maitri? I don't even know some of these other companies. Like, there's just so much stuff that starts coming out, like when you start looking, like actually like reading and researching and trying to figure out the stuff behind it. So they continue. This is Maitri, original dolls. The company DBS Dreams made recast dolls with Maitri that was the Constellation line before this one. This is their first original release. It's their original mold. And then people kind of continue. I can't help you with Icy Fortune Days in general, but I have a dragon from the line, blah, blah, blah. And they're talking about the dolls. And they're talking about, like, I own quite a few of these Chinese blind box BJDs, and Icy Fortune is definitely the lowest quality one I own. And then that's where the conversation ends. I'm sorry, I'm like dying right now. Alright, so Maitri, which now I've jumped into this and not really, again, we're just scratching the surface, because I was like, what the heck is Maitri dolls? So I looked up Maitri. I just Googled Maitri dolls, and then this is what came up. And so when you look it up, so that company they were talking about, DBS, pops up. And then a lot of these similar, like the smaller ones, pop up. So again, if we go off of what they're saying, Maitri is original and their manufacturing partners recast. So this is where I'm just like, are they all just like sister companies or what? Because it's just funny that you can look up one thing and they all look really similar, that it's just like, hey. And then this is what I kind of go back to the Calambao, because they're also with these little blind box friends. So this is where I'm just like, like, what's going on? Like, there's a lot. You see them here, like, there's a lot. So I'm just like, I don't know. Amber says, I thought Calambao was the Amazon extension of Kika Goods. I don't know. I have no idea. See, like, and that's something else I want to look up now. Like, what's Kika Goods, like, thing on all this? Like, I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Going into the Buchanan, because not a lot of stuff has come out since then. Someone had asked, like, on Reddit, are Buchanan dolls real BJD? And I feel like this question was more like if they were wondering if they're like more related to BJDs, but people, we started talking. So they said this is actually a hinge doll. It has hinge joints instead of ball joints, and that company is known to use heads recasted from asleep ADollZone dolls. There was always a lot of back and forth in the community which vinyl dolls can be considered BJDs, but that's unfortunately not the biggest controversy with Buchanan. And then they actually cited my article, and I said this blog post goes over it in a lot of detail, but basically Buchanan and a bunch of other similar companies believed to be recasters. I don't judge people for buying recasts since I own a few as well, but recasting is definitely something I oppose since it hurts the artists who made the original dolls. And then someone said, I've asked the same question to a friend of mine who's running BJD business, and he told me the company is not that legit. And apparently they're sold on the Walmart website now. I don't know if I've checked that out yet. So again, if people are citing my source, which my article that happened like a while back, like again, I didn't find a lot of information. If you're going back to talk about Buchanan, it's really tough because again, like they have like these storefronts and stuff on Amazon, but there's nothing really more to it than that, and like I said, some people were questioning this one. This was the one that they were talking about, the Doris doll, which for some odd reason it's the Buchanan, Doris, and Keelig, because they all kind of like blend together, and this is the one that people were speculating and someone else had talked about it too. This is the body from someone else's blog. So anyway, yeah, I don't know. So then I went ahead and I looked some more, and somebody else had actually made this was back in 2021 though, on vinyl, ABS, BJD, who's legit and who's counterfeit. And so this person also did like a little bit of research and like talking about the dolls as well, and they have pictures and stuff like that, doing some stuff. And it's a lot of like, that's why like when I wrote the article, I was really honestly just like, this is all I found. Like this is what it is. So, you know, now it's kind of almost like a lot of people are saying that it is copied. So I don't know if someone has proven it at this point 100%. But I don't know. So this is the Doris Buchanan, and this is what they're talking about. You can see it side by side, and it looks pretty spot on. And again, someone mentioning the hands. We've talked about the hands. And then again, these are the bodies, and they're talking about maybe it looks very similar to Obitsu bodies, and then some of these other pictures too, comparing the other dolls. So it's so hard. It's like really, really hard. Matter Hatter says Walmart is sort of like Amazon. They allow resellers. You find weird stuff on Walmart that you wouldn't think you would be able to find there. I think there's a lot of scammers there too. I didn't know that. I'll have to look up Walmart because I didn't even know that was a thing. So yeah, so let's take a look at this next thing that I found now that I'm kind of like digging this up and maybe the juices are flowing. So, right, we talked about Maytree, and that was one of the things that somebody had brought up in one of the forums. And it made me start looking up Maytree, which are these little ones. And so it says, new Maytree Ancient Beasts 1/8 dolls. And they said, I browse AliExpress occasionally, and this morning came across these cuties for pre-order. I found some other animal themed dolls just so. But these Maytree Ancient Beasts are adorable. I didn't see them listed at Kika Goods, but my search wasn't thorough. So now we're going into Kika Goods, like I said, which I feel like I need to like jump into that now. Like I need to like start researching that now, because it's just so weird. Like it's very much like, you know, something becomes popular and then like everybody starts making something of it or something similar to it, or it's a copy of it. So, like nobody knows, you know. But this is the discussion for this one, and they just said people are saying that it's lovely. Now here's this particular comment made me start thinking even further now. Maytree is a known recaster in the BJD community. They are affiliated with the notorious Suga Fairy. That means that they use other artists' designs or parts of other artists' designs without permission or compensation. Please consider buying from legitimate sources rather than support shady business practices. So this is the first time that I saw somebody link Suga Fairy or Sugar Fairy, whatever you want to call it, to now this. So then do you see how now we're like jumping further into the rabbit hole? Suga Fairy, if you're not familiar with that name, is also one of the older recast hubs, you know, that sells recast dolls. And it's really tough because like a lot of these recast companies now are selling the recast dolls, and they put them in like BJD boxes, and they even give you a COA. Like now you get a COA with your doll. So again, this is where it's just like I wish to educate people or to help people more than to sit here to degrade people, because there's so many people that probably, you know, they get it in and they're like, wow, my doll's here. And oh, I've seen people's like box opening videos, and when they get that, this must be my COA, like this is my COA to my doll, like this is really cool, like not really knowing that that's not a real COA, and that their doll is not like the original version of that doll either. And it's just really tough because like the other one that I haven't searched in a long time, but I get so triggered when I see it, is that Amazon has a bunch of people, like toy collectors, doll collectors, vlogger people that are like, hey, check out my doll I got off of Amazon, or they're like, cheap dolls on AliExpress. Like there's literally videos, tons of videos out there like that. And it's just like, I don't know if they just don't know, or maybe they do know and they just don't care, you know. But it's just, I don't know if maybe this is just like an older hobbyist thing or not, but it's just like, it's sad to see it get this gray, you know. Because it used to be like a thing in the past, like recast dolls were easy to spot out. Like they were so easy to spot out because it was like, at the time, it was like their production was crap. Like, you know, it was really easy to see because, you know, there was defects in it and they weren't made very well. But it's like you fast forward to now and it's so gray because they make them pretty darn good now. Like, I'm not sitting here trying to promote recast. Heck no. But it's just sad that they have the capability, and this was just, you know, this is me standing on my soapbox, but they have the capability to make a doll and to make really good quality dolls now, but they still choose to like take other people's work. And it's sad because I think one of them did like hire an artist, and then that now has become really questionable for BJD groups and stuff like that because, hey, this one's not recast. We hired an artist, you know, to do it, and you know, hey, we made this doll, but then it's like, well, dude, you're still doing all the other bad stuff. Like, I don't. Yay, you got an artist, but it's like, well, that sucks because, you know, you had this ability this whole time and you're now choosing to get an artist, but you're still doing the bad stuff. And also, by the way, is it just an artist for the head, or did the artist make the rest of it? Like, what? So yeah, it's tough. It's so tough. It's so tough. Yay, Queen has something to say. Queen says, May Tree is actually a brand of Dream Fairy and not Suga Fairy. They got them confused. See, this is where I'm just like, there needs to be more information on this. Yeah, and that was the other thing too, is that people started linking things back to Dream Fairy. And now Dream Fairy is like another like branch of dolls, I guess. I want to say, I thought they were housed like with Ava or something. Yeah, I don't know about it. Dream Fairy and Icy Fortune Days sell the same dolls. May Tree is just their blind box dolls. See, and that's what I'm saying. That's what it was. It was Dream Fairy. Because when we scanned the QR code for the person in our group that got an Icy Fortune doll, when we scanned it, I thought it was funny because it brought us to like this Chinese website, and then I think it was the Dream Fairy dolls, and I was like, hey, Icy Fortune and Dream Fairy? And it's just like, how much of this is connected that we don't, know? So, Matter Hatter also says, oh my gosh, you guys are all talking. Yes, let's chat about this because this is what I wanted to do tonight. I'm going to go back to Ulap. Ulap says, that's why I think it's all drop shipping. Drop ship companies are just fronts. They don't make or even stock the items they list for sale. They never see the items. They're just the middleman. I bet companies like Icy Fortune Days are buying these dolls in bulk from Chinese warehouses, and they don't know much about them or how they're made. Ulap, I think you hit it on the nose. Like, I really think that's what it is. Like, I really do think that they're all definitely taking from like the same pot, but they're all calling it something different. Like, there's too much similarities in between some of the companies sometimes, like when you see like their listings and stuff, that it's just like, meh, you know. Matter says Sugar Fairy is O'Neeff's. Sugar Fairy is a brand that O'Neeff has. See, I was like, they're all like related. Is O'Neeff's recast. Queen Nova says Maytree is actually a brand of Dream Fairy, not Sugar. Oh yes, that's what you said. Dream Fairy and Icy Fortune Days sell the same dolls. Maytree is the blind box. I already said that one too. Matterhat says to Claire that mostly some of them are like bashes of other doll bodies, maybe, or maybe the original. It's difficult to tell. But yes, O'Neeff's are like that. Maybe they made the original stuff, but they're also doing recasts, I think. Claire says, so Dream Fairy is legit and Sugar Fairy is recast. No. Dream Fairy is one of the ones for sure that had like people were doing comparisons for that particular one. Matter Hatter says, Neefs, if you mail them, they know all about it and they will cast dolls specifically for you in whatever color you want and combination of parts and stuff. I've had long conversations with them, so they're not drop shippers. So yeah. So O'Neeff's, because again, like, I need to like, this is like something that it's just like, it's the tip of the iceberg, that there's just so much stuff that we need to like look at, that it's like hard to say, you know, what is going on. I'm trying to do like a quick search here. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it up quick enough. I have to look it up at another time. Yeah, drop shippers. Yeah, I would like to talk more about that for sure. It's tough, like I said. So it's really hard because there's just so much stuff that's coming out. Like, look at this one. This one, look at the joints. This one has to be resin. Blah, blah, blah. Quality resin. But again, it's just like, there it is. I told you guys. I told you. And there it is. Were we just talking about this like 2 seconds ago? Oh, O'Neeff's. I don't know about this. If anybody is like knowledgeable, maybe you can identify this, or you know about this particular one. So it's just 1/4 Bass BJD doll, ancient Egypt mysterious fighting style cat guard gifts for 15+ year old doll. This is what I'm talking about. And I'm just like, you know, and it's just, the description just says, and here it is, here's all the, so they are here on Amazon. I don't remember seeing them on Amazon. Maybe now they're on Amazon. Introducing a 1/4 Bass BJD doll, ancient Egypt, mysterious fighting cat guard, blah blah blah. Unique design and intricate details, made from high quality resin, posable design. Additionally, the doll comes with interchangeable face plates, offering customization options to suit your preferences. Immerse yourself in the mysticism of ancient Egypt with this remarkable 1/4 bast doll. So this is like a 1/4. So this is like an MSD size doll. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. I'm so worried about this. Oh, no. Oh, no, guys. Definitely one of their recasts. Weird, they're on Amazon now. Yep. I have been told that all dolls on Amazon are recast in some way. Queen Nova says, yeah, they started selling on Amazon this year. Wow, that is insane. Because it's $155 for an MSD resin cast doll. That alone sometimes tells me, like, red flag. I wonder who this is. They have recasted a minifee. They have a minifee recast body. I don't know who this originally is. A lot of the fantasy ones are usually like Zoom. I'm not knowledgeable. Like, I'm not one of them that are like, oh yeah, it's that kind of doll. Like, I am not really good at identifying them quickly. But I mean, if anybody watches this later on and knows what this is, I'd be very curious to find out, because it just, I don't know. This is really, it's scary. It's scary to see this out, you know? Like, here on Amazon now. I don't know who this is. It's got animal parts. And again, I don't know if it's like cafeteria style, like they chose separate parts and put them together for this. But this is where I'm just like, yo, we need to be careful as a community. Like, this is where we need to like help like our newcomers and stuff that see things like this. And look, it's got like a 5-star rating. Like, people have purchased this already, you know? And it's like, I don't know if they know. I don't know if they realize this or not. Ah, yes. Immerse yourself in Egypt's culture with a cat girl. I know. Oh, no. Still selling recasts on the American Amazon, too. Yep. Yeah, this company makes their own full sets by combining other recasted parts. Oh, thanks, Bean. Thank you for letting us know that little tidbit. Yeah, this is what we're talking about today. I guess it's that expensive because it has clothes. The bodies are much cheaper. Wow. Queen says, I've seen her on Amazon and I've been trying to figure out myself for a while. Bean says, so sad that these are on Amazon. People are going to buy these not realizing they're recasts. Exactly. Matter Hatter says, I know DollZone has a lot of those half animal bodies. And yeah, you made it. Yeah, lol. Yeah, I don't know, but now I want to like look this up, because this is not the only one. But now that they have their own storefront, like, I didn't even know. Like, I did not know. I did not know. And see, I knew it because it's the Disney font. That always sticks out to me. Like, whenever it focus on BJD over 10 years, present you art value of resin toy. Yeah. This is really sad. Oh, no. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of these. And again, like, I'm not really good at pinpointing and identifying dolls, like, right off the top. I wish I was. Like, yeah, that's a blah, 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 blah. But, like, looking at them, just, like, scrolling through them, I'm like, oh, yeah, dude, I've seen some of these dolls in other places. Even this one, like, the more artisty made looking dolls. Oh, God. Is there a way we could report the shop en masse together? It's scary to see so many recasts. Yeah. Jay Louisa says, I just Googled. There's a male version that looks like they took the Anubis head from Fairyland. Yeah, and with the weird Disney fonts. Oh, it's a giveaway. It's actually them. Yeah. Yeah, this Anubis one looks super familiar too. How much are they selling this one for? Shaboopy. $156 for this dude that is definitely not theirs. This is bad, people. This is really bad. And again, Anubis, 1/4 BJD dolls, fantasy, ancient Egypt, mysterious fighting style dog guard resin toy for the 15-plus-year-old Anubis B. And there's nothing else listed for it. It just, buy this doll. That's what it is. Maybe they took it from the Fairyland I said. That's why I'm just like, it's really tough. Like, you know, and it's, I wish I knew more, like, about, like, companies and stuff, so I could just pinpoint it right off the top of my head. But I really don't know. I'm gonna look up that thing that you're telling me right now about the fairyland. Anubis. I don't even know if it's gonna be up here. Anubis. But again, it's just like it's so hard. Like it's so tough because it's like people. Oh yeah. The headpiece. It's painted differently. Oh, I don't know. The headpiece looks similar, but it's like it's more angular with many feet. It looks like, but it looks like this. It's like pretty similar, but this one, the Anubis had like a little headpiece thing. The dog face is like really rounded versus Fairyland's, but they are very like, it's kind of similar, like the style, like the stylization of it. I don't know who else makes them, but the cat one has me like really concerned too, that I'm just like, huh? Yep. Jay Louis says maybe they took from the Fairyland Neoscopes. Okay, sorry, we did read that one. Nope, not touching it. Bean says I keep seeing those skull boots, and I want a pair of the originals, but I can't seem to find them. Maybe that's one of their original sculpts. I don't know. Like, and see, this is where it's just like, it's really tough because it's like you, even if it was something that was theirs, like originally, maybe they got the idea from Fairyland and the pictures and everything look pretty darn the same. Here, I'm gonna bring it up for you guys. I might as well, right? Even though it's like pretty much the same, like here it is. So this is where it's just like, huh? But this Anubis, the mask looks different than the other one. Shoot, where did I put it? Did I put it over here? Oh, there it is. Okay. So this one is like more rounded, and the Minifee one looks really angular. There's a little bit of a difference, but it's eerily similar. Like just like the genre, I guess. But it's not to say that nobody can make like Egyptian god dolls or whatever. But it's just, it makes you wonder, right? Like you're kind of like questioning things a little bit here. I don't know if I can look up the other ones or if they have other ones. I don't know if it's gonna find it if I type in like Egypt. Because I don't know what the other ones are called. Just kidding, it won't find it that way. Anyway, I don't know what the other ones are called, but this is where I'm just like, oh, there's like too much. There's too much going on for us, and I am so worried. So worried about this being on Amazon. Oh, you're talking about these skull boots. Oh, yeah, I don't know. They are cute though, but yeah. And this is like the huge thing too, right? I like, even if like some of their stuff is original, like you want to support it, it just sucks to know that even if you bought like their original designs, that like your money is still going towards that. Like your money is going towards a company that like doesn't bat an eye to like copying dolls or anything like that. This face up looks really familiar. This pink and cotton candy one, I can't think of the name. It's like an artist I follow on Instagram, I think. I don't know. Oh Lord, that's what it is. Dream Valley. Oh, Dream Valley. Okay, now I gotta look up Dream Valley. See, you guys are good at figuring it out. I don't know any dolls. I'm not really good at identifying them, but I know for sure y'all in the community can definitely point things out. Yeah, I wonder if theirs is also 1/4 or 1/6. Because that's the other weird thing too, right? Is it these are all 1/4 scale size dolls? They only have raw on Alice's collection. They only have this one. And it's just the body. Nothing else special. I'll have to look that one up. I'm going to look that one up later because I'm already here at my time. But see, doesn't this work? It's like you scratch the surface of like Amazon dolls, and it's like you want to trust it because it's Amazon, right? You're just like, yeah, it's Amazon. I'm just gonna buy something off of Amazon. But then like for this stuff, you know, it's like, wow, what is going on? What is going on? You can try to do a reverse image search. I found stuff before that way. I will definitely work on that. I think that's going to be one of my videos to make and edit this week, is talking about the Amazon dolls. Now that I've talked to you all about it again, and I'm looking at this stuff now, and I'm like, geez Louise, there's so much stuff. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. It's just getting worse. It's just getting worse. Claire's the sixth doll there was originally on Moonlight BJD in Canada. Now I see her with companies Top Mount and Queenies. Oh no. Yeah, I don't know. I thought there was like a company that did all of them with maid outfits. See, and this is just, there's too much stuff. This one also looks strangely familiar. I'm not sure why, but it does. So yeah, take it what you will. Again, I'm trying to come from a land of information for you and try to, like, you know, at least find some stuff and kind of help the new people in the community, because again, it's tough because they're gonna go on Amazon and they're gonna be like, oh wow, a BJD doll for $155 deal, and it comes with all this stuff, it's so great, you know, not really knowing what's the backstory on it, you know. And again, I cannot be in charge of anybody. I'm not in charge of anyone to tell them like what they should do and what they shouldn't do. It's just sad to see that it's this accessible now. And this is where we are. So, yeah. Anyway, I hope this kind of opened your eyes for some people that like were like maybe never even knew anything about it, you know, and now we're learning about it. Or it was helpful to those who were wondering about it. I will try to make like an actual video out of this to do like a part 2 to my other video I put on Amazon dolls on YouTube. But yeah, it's just really tough because as you can see, like today, like there's not a lot of solid like boom, like here's the evidence. Like it's pieces everywhere, and then like things that you start putting 2 and 2 together. So it's really, really tough. So yeah. So as always, I hope you guys have a Dolly-tastic day. Hope you guys are gonna enjoy the rest of your week. Have fun, stay safe. And yeah, I'll make another video soon. I'll try to figure out how I'm going to make this part 2 video to my other one. But yes. All right, friends. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for coming by, even though this was a tough topic to talk about. Thanks. Okay, bye. Thank you, everyone. Bye.